and squishy.
Oh. Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. There's Skyler getting us started with his bong rips.
Complimentary.
Funk in the house.
Funking up the house. Mikey over there, living the van life. Yeah. Feeling good.
Yeah.
That's how we all feel today, I think.
Before we get into it, let's, give a blessing to Frontline Fiesta for their wonderful intro music. Febreze for keeping our dicks clean. And Muslim Backpacks still offering 10% off your order with code word expert. Muslim.
Nice.
MUZZMM, I think.
I can't remember.
.com.
Enter the promo code.
Something like that.
Save yourself 10%.
You want 10% off? You got it.
You want it? You got it. You want a new sack? You go get it. On us.
On us.
Kinda.
Well, 10. Actually,
bucks.
none of it's on us.
Yeah.
But
It's like $6 if it's on us.
We're basically buying the bag for you.
yeah. You spend $100.
Yeah, and we'll save you some.
10.
Save you some hassle. Yeah.
Go get some Hortons.
So go buy.
You know what? I
4.
did have a quick look at Muslim, or Musum, however you say it, and they're pretty cool. The
Yeah, they're
packs
not
are
terrible.
pretty
They're not terrible.
cool. They're not terrible. You know, if they were going to hook us up with a couple free ones, I would be in.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
Just
think we
saying
got
that
an
out
email today that, we can get, 50% off as, ambassadors.
Wow.
But I have to, email them and, sort all that out, and I didn't really care. But, Mike, if you want a backpack,
Yeah.
or even our actual
Yeah.
listeners, if you
I'll
really
be
want a backpack, just let us know in the DMs, and we'll
Yeah.
try and get you 50% off. Just say you work here or whatever.
Yeah, there's a whole team.
Yeah, I'm not
of,
saying I
experts.
need a backpack, but I could use a backpack.
If it's 50% off after a few strings have been pulled.
Not from the
Oh,
bag.
I'd take
The bag.
No,
is full.
no,
The
no.
bag
The
is
quality.
full. Yeah, you're
Quality.
getting a full bag.
Yeah.
full bag, all strings attached.
2 straps. Plenty of room for whatever you carry around. Doorknobs.
At least 2.
Yeah. At
Some
least
of them
2.
have 3 straps.
What?
Yeah, you gotta have a good
Yeah.
waistband on them.
That's true.
Yeah, good
dude.
belly strap.
Yeah,
Is
belly
that what they're
down.
called? A belly strap.
Good whole belly strap. Yeah.
Oh, belly strap. I thought you said a billy strap. I was like, who the fuck is Billy?
No. A belly strap.
Belly strap. Okay.
Yeah. So when you're fully loaded, you just tuck it on. You tuck that strap right on. Well, you guys don't really have bellies, but right. Imagine where your belly would be.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
It's
know?
under.
Yeah, and you just kind of get it right underneath there,
Yeah.
belly strap,
you're
and
not
that
really,
pack
like-
is going nowhere.
You're not really wearing the bag. The bag is kind of holding you. That's the sign of a good bag.
Cradling. Yeah.
Yeah, around the belly and shoulders.
That's what you want. So check out Muslim, 10% off, or
Maybe-
$10,
Maybe
whatever
50. Depends how hard you chase down this lead. Maybe 50.
Yeah. Send in a question
Yeah.
for Pretty Much Experts at prettymuchexperts.com and we'll get you 50% off. We'll buy you a bag.
We'll buy a bag.
Well, we won't buy.
No.
We'll buy the bag with your money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
50% of your money.
50% of your money. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
And
like
then,
some
like,
Jehovah's shit right now.
Toss us 10% on top
Yeah.
finder's fee. So you still get 40%.
Yeah, we need a big
Yeah,
we
we
need a
need a
fucking
big.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
you know?
you're still getting 40.
Yeah, you're still getting 40.
And you probably got
bitch.
to pay shipping and handling, so maybe 35% discount.
Minimum.
Yep.
And you might get your question read on the air if
you-
it's good.
Yeah.
We don't just put them all
Probably anyways. No?
Probably
You'll
anyways.
probably get it read anyways.
on. Yeah,
probably
whether
anyways.
it's good or not.
Yeah.
We'll just make fun of you for it.
Do we have questions this week? I
No,
know that's jumping
no,
a lot,
no,
but-
Lord, no.
So, yeah, but send your questions. We will definitely read them.
It's a dry inbox these
Yeah.
days. We haven't asked for questions in a while,
This
though.
is true.
We
We're
keep
terrible.
forgetting to end shows with calls to action or whatever.
Revolutions.
Yep.
That's too bad. Yeah, so get your bags. Check us out in our iHeartRadio. Is that
Yeah,
it?
iHeartRadio is a thing we got, and all podcasting places. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
So, the theme topic, whatever the show is, California wildfires. 'Tis the season.
'Tis the season.
But before we get into that, do you guys want to do a little gripe sesh?
throw it around to Mike.
Go.
Mike, what do you
Yeah.
what do you got?
What
for
are you
us?
griping on these days, bud?
Off the top, my haircuts. Off the top of my head, haircuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your-
I've actually been kind of griping about that since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
I don't think the
towards you
people have
guys.
heard your disapproval of haircuts though.
You have a big life update.
Oh.
A new look.
Yeah, should I just pop my video on for a
No,
minute?
that's too much work.
No, they don't want to see it.
We're not recording video
Okay.
for you.
They don't want to see.
Nobody wants
Yeah,
to
well,
see that.
I shaved my head the other night in a manic episode, probably. You know,
Pass a drug test or just for fun?
no, it's not drug related. Why would that? Oh, because they could check your hair.
Yeah.
I think that's a myth. They don't do that.
No, they definitely
They
do.
definitely do.
I don't know. I've never heard of anyone getting their hair checked. Like maybe on cold, if you're like a part of a cold case, they'd probably check your hair for drugs and semen or whatever they're looking
Oh,
for.
yeah, I think they take like 10
But-
pubes if they're checking your hair.
They take that
Yeah,
many?
for
I
semen.
think so. I think they took 100 from OJ, or they wanted
Whoa.
to. Yeah,
Rocking a full bush.
full. So they call them the Jews.
Why would they check OJ's pubes?
But yeah,
he had all his clothes on when he murdered those two people.
But he ditched the clothes. They never had the access to the clothes.
You think they'd like check knuckle hair? I'd say knuckle hair would be a good go-to for OJ with that glove being in question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check his
You know,
hands
there's no
for
way he's
like
babysitting.
accidental cuts and stuff. Oh wait, he had all that stuff.
Check. With her hair in it. Like,
Yeah. Check bloody footprints going back to his house. Yep, that was there.
Oh, fuck.
Well, yeah, if he was smart, he would have shaved his head first. Maybe he did. I don't actually remember.
I don't
But
think he
yeah, I'm
shaved
trying not to leave any DNA around. That's the name of the game, I guess. No, I'm just fucking over considering my hair, and like the general population is so fixated on their hair. And maybe it'd be different if I had better hair, but I'm at the point in my life where I'm losing it, and it's not getting any thicker or voluminous.
No.
So I'm just like, I just don't want to think about it and like put aside any of my day towards thinking about my hair, style, cut, what it looks like. I'm just not into it anymore. Everyone's got the same fucking hair anyways. Like hipsters with their fucking, 1920s looking shit, and everyone's got the half lesbian shave going on and dyed hair and fucking short mohawks. Like, what the fuck is that? Like it's all lame.
Yeah,
it's all lame. And like not that I'm into like I would ever really do any of that shit with my hair, but even if I wanted to, it just would feel unnatural at this
Feel
point in my life.
hollow.
I'm over it. Hair sucks.
Yeah.
Cutting it sucks. So I'm buzzed. I'm down to the wood.
I'm a big fan of when people like need a change in their life and they like hum and haw, like I need a change, and then they just go and get a haircut. Like that solves anything.
New you, right?
New me, like I'm gonna fucking get bangs. I'm gonna like, wake up tomorrow and be in charge, and I'm gonna have blue streak or some shit. And changes nothing.
Yeah.
Changes nothing.
Changes nothing.
Everyone's gonna take me seriously.
Yeah,
With my purple streak.
with my purple streak, and keep one long sideburn.
Well, I get it. Like, I've definitely been in that position where, as a teenager, 20-something, even in my 30s, like, I just want to, like, fuck shit up for an afternoon, and I'm just going to do something stupid with my hair. But it doesn't actually change anything.
Nope.
It might change how people look at you, but, like, I'm not too concerned with that anyways, clearly.
Fuck no. Not that much.
So no, it doesn't actually fucking change a goddamn thing. But it is nice to like feel like you're doing something from time to time. Like You can't dye your hair anymore, though. You just fit in with the crowd. It's not.
No,
you're not
dyeing-
standing out
yeah.
by dyeing your hair. You're not standing out by, having a mohawk or any of that. It's all so fucking commonplace that it's just, and people are so fucking, they're so fucking gay about their haircuts. They are.
There's like nothing lamer.
They're
though.
gay about it in the same way they're gay about Facebook, and they're gay about Instagram, and they're gay about, vanity. It's not like homosexually gay. I'm talking like, 90s gay.
Yeah. Like
umbrella on a sunny day gay.
yeah, just whimsical or something.
Yeah. It's just too much effort. People are too considerate of
Themselves.
this vanity shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I'm just
dyed
over it.
hair
I
is
don't
a
want to
big,
be a part of it.
turn off for me. Whether it's like dating or just normal people in life. Just when it's like too much work.
Yeah.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Nothing cooler. There's nothing less cool than like trying real hard.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Like people, I don't know. Hair, it's hair. Like I don't give
Yeah.
a shit if you want to dye.
When
cut it,
we were
whatever.
all younger, we
I don't really care
dabbled.
what other people
But now I'm an
Yeah.
adult. I'm not fucking
Tons of
sitting
my
here
hair.
for like hours on end in the middle of the day with like muppy goop in my hair and like hopefully it's gonna turn out the right
Muppy?
shade.
Muppy goo. Yeah, putting shit
Like
in
it's
your
an
hair.
ordeal.
I
And
mean,
like whatever, do what makes you happy, and if you want to fixate on that and you want to put effort into that, do your thing. But like, I just don't want to live in that world and in that mindset
Or be
personally.
your friend.
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, there's one girl that I'm like, she's my great white buffalo, and I don't really know her, but I love her, and that's a thing. And
Sure.
but she's so fucking into like her hair and into fashion, and she looks cool, and she does herself up real nice, but it's just like
But-
it's a lot of effort. We're talking like it's got to be hours a day of consideration, and it's like I'd rather fucking read, and reading sucks. Okay? Like, let's get that straight.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I do
At least
enjoy
it
that,
feels
like
stuck.
when somebody, like for instance, when that Suicide Squad movie came out,
Yeah.
and then like every girl has their hair dyed pink and blue, like Harley
Yeah.
Quinn, like,
Right.
and then that's just it. Like everybody has that now. Everybody has that haircut. Or the next Brad Pitt movie, he comes out and he's got like like someone's got to do the cul-de-sac one day in a movie and make it cool.
Yeah.
and then everybody will do it.
The funny thing with that like Harley Quinn
I
haircut
hope
though,
everyone does that.
is like the Harley Quinn like pigtails, one's pink, one's blue, is so fucking stupid and lame.
Yeah,
Like if you did that before the movie and walked around like that,
yeah.
it's like, what is wrong with you? What is absolutely wrong with you? But then like fucking Margot Robbie does it and she's like smoke show,
Yeah,
and now it's like accepted. Like yeah, normal people every day can walk around like that.
yeah.
Keep in mind, the
I don't
actress
think it-
that plays that role doesn't look like that.
No,
That was a costume for a movie, not
Yeah.
working
not.
at
Right.
Starbucks.
Yeah, she's not getting her groceries.
She's not getting
that
her
fucking hair
groceries with that
getup.
fucking hair. Exactly.
No.
Exactly. She's
Yeah.
not trying to pay her taxes or get a bank loan with that fucking hair on.
I think Jared Leto totally did during that movie.
Yeah, because he's one of those weird
Well,
actors.
he's a fucking loser.
He
Yeah,
is a
he is.
loser.
Fuck 90 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, and anything that
Yeah.
he touches.
Yeah.
That fucking Mark David Chapman movie.
That was good. When
Is
he
that
got
who
all
it is?
fat.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
The one
I think I like that movie.
where he played the fatty.
Isn't like Emma Stone in that, or someone else is in it?
I think it's Lindsay Lohan.
think so.
It's Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a weird
Yeah.
movie,
one of them.
but yeah, I remember I watched it by myself, and it was just like him talking to himself a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the? Like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
That's what he
I
do.
thought it was a good movie.
Well, then fucking marry it.
Well, I mean, like, whatever. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Fine.
Jared Leto.
Is it Leto or Leto?
I have no fucking
Who?
idea.
literally cares. Fuck that guy.
Oh fuck.
I did see a picture of him wearing like a ball gown with like wax, made head of like like his like the depiction of his face and head and hair and everything, and he was just wearing this gown with his own head underneath his arm. I thought that was pretty cool, but also like, dude, that is trying. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're trying to do something.
Was this like a Halloween costume, or just like getting
No,
groceries?
I think it was like a red carpet thing. I saw something. It's like, this is why I regret going on Facebook, because I go and I see something stupid, and now I've just for my life, and I'm looking at,
Jared
pictures Leto. Of this fucking event.
Yeah.
That he's at with his stupid head, this double head thing going on. I don't know. It looked pretty cool at a glance. But then, like I said, I lost an hour of my life. I don't know what it was for. It was such a waste of time. It'll look cool. It's out there.
I feel like I can't like totally hate on Jared Leto. Like, he's done some interesting
Oh, you're
movies.
coming around?
No, I never saw that one when he played the Joker. I didn't actually watch that movie because it looks stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I never watched it. No.
But he's done some good movies.
Has he?
Yeah, I like Dallas Buyers Club. He's in like Fight Club for a hot second.
Ugh, yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
the only movie I saw him in that I enjoyed.
Right? Requiem for a Dream, isn't
Yeah.
that him?
Yeah, he's in that. He was in that other, like, Lord of War, I think, with Nick Cage.
Yeah, you love Nick Cage movies.
I don't love... That's the only Nick Cage movie that's any good. And he's, like, fucking... They're both just, It's the peak of their careers, was that movie.
I used to really like Gone in 60 Seconds because I got my first blowjob to that movie. So it was, like, nostalgic. And then I tried to watch it one day with my pants on.
Yeah.
And, no, not good.
Not
Doesn't
good.
hold up.
Yeah.
No.
I think everyone has
When you're
one
not
of
in
those.
pure bliss with your pants at your ankles,
Getting
it's a
some
shitty
job.
movie.
I feel like
Yeah.
my like go-to come over watch a movie where we're not watching it movie was Fargo. That I've seen Fargo so many times.
Yeah.
And I've also not actually seen it. And I've also heard that like DVD menu music on for hours at a time.
It's burned into your brain.
It's just burned in like fucking DVD menu music of Fargo.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Every time you hear it, it gets triggered.
Yeah.
I think you'd be triggered. You used to live across the hall.
Like, not again. This guy loves Fargo.
Fucking Fargo again.
Yeah, Fargo's good. But they all got fucking shitty hair.
It holds up for sure. So what are you guys griping on?
I got another like language related gripe, man. Like I'm just like hung up on words these days. Maybe a few weeks back, my issue was with the word sandal and how emasculating it was. Well, I have a new one I want to throw in there is the word smoothie.
Smoothie.
Like I just can't order a smoothie no matter how bad I want one.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you walk up to someone and say one smoothie please and have self-respect?
This is
Can't have any respect left.
Can't do it. Just give me a fucking milkshake.
Order it on the app, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking saying
I'm not
that word.
fucking saying smoothie, so give me a milkshake. And it does none of the like
juice, cold juice.
even the way you
I don't
just
know
said
what to say.
juice and you fucking I could
Juice.
felt like your little butt wiggle as you dragged juice
It
out.
did. It did.
Yeah,
Totally.
you fucking shook your hips on that
Juice.
W.
Juice.
Juice.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, smoothie. I don't often drink them, but when I do, I don't regret it.
I don't think I've ever had like a smooth. I don't know. I guess I have. Isn't that just when you like blend up?
Hey, you
fruit
blend
and
up
stuff?
some
Yeah.
berries.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've dipped my toes in that. I would never order that somewhere.
to buy all the stuff to like make it yourself, you might as well just get someone to make it for you. Like it's not like it's cheap. Like I'll just buy a whole bunch of like frozen vegetables and put them in a blender with some like coconut milk and like some flaxseed, and it's like to get all that shit. Yeah, to get all that fucking bullshit, it's gonna cost you $40.
Okay. Well, who's putting vegetables in their smoothies for one?
Well, like you're supposed to. Like that's what's healthy.
No.
I don't know anymore.
Like a fruit smoothie's like all sugar.
That's what you want. You know?
Eat like an animal would.
Yeah. Just raspberries.
And all of them in one fucking bite.
Yeah.
Like have the equivalent of a 3-pound sack.
Smooth.
Smooth out.
Don't graze on them all day. Like, you know, like how long would it take you to eat a wreath of grapes? Like you're gonna pick one grape at a time all afternoon, but if you just like smoothie form, boom, gone. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Grape smoothie sounds awesome.
Yeah, it'd be delicious.
No,
so now what? Now you never have.
You don't like grape juice now?
I don't think so.
Are you?
Oh my god! How old are you?
I was just about to put out a offensive slow R word.
Yeah, I don't know. Just grape's okay.
Grape juice is great.
I like a good orange juice, a good apple.
Good apple's good, but
yeah, of course.
Like a green grape is not far off from an apple juice.
A green grape, that's the grape you want.
Yeah. Purple grape, like, it gets all the bells and the whistles and the attention.
Yeah.
Because it's so aggressive in color.
Occasions.
But green grape juice?
Yeah. That's an everyday drink. Get some Welch's.
Welch's green grape juice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I need the grape juice in my life. Even the grapefruit juice?
Oh, I like a good grapefruit juice.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. That shit stings.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I want it to sting. That's how I know it's working.
If you got bloody gum,
that's how I know
stay away from the grapefruit.
Shit.
You gotta brush your teeth after.
No, you can't for like a day because of the acidity.
This is
You're not supposed to brush after eating fruit, or I think anything. I don't know. I don't know the rules anymore. Everything they flipped the food pyramid upside down, told us not to brush after eating. I don't know what's up.
Wash your hands after you're done in the washroom. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah. 2019. I don't like this world.
So what the hell are you gonna call smoothies then from now on?
Milkshake. I got a milkshake.
Just a fruit milkshake?
Just give me a fruit milkshake.
Give me a fruit milkshake.
Health milkshake.
Yeah. Just a shake would probably do too.
Or a smoothie.
Because there might not be any milk whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, give me a fruit milkshake, hold the milk.
Yeah. That transfers. I think that transfers. It's like I don't go into Starbucks and say venti. I say large.
Oh, yeah.
And if they look at me weird, I say large. A little louder.
Yeah. Louder and slower.
Give me the biggest cup you have.
Oh, yeah. I definitely
That's what I say. That's literally what I say. I say, can I get the largest cup of your darkest coffee? That's what I say. That's how I order.
I hate fucking Starbucks when they try to, like, I don't know, like I'll get in there and I'll do the same thing, like large black coffee, and the guy like kind of like winks, he looks up like, leave room for milk, and I'm just like, nope. He's like, good man, like he's like fucking like praising me for just wanting it black and dry, and it's like, I don't need your approval. Yeah, good.
That's the same guy that drinks his caramel macchiatos and stuff like that.
Hey, like I've had a few of those in my day.
Oh, they're delicious.
They're delicious. But it's like maybe once a month, maybe less than that, maybe 3-4 a year. They're delicious.
Oh yeah, because they're $25.
Yeah, that's an $8 drink for sure.
They cost $20 a pop. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I was just like, I guess my gripe. This is like a shitty gripe. But even today, we went to McDonald's and the guy behind the counter was like overly. Remember that he was overly nice and like super friendly, and it was just like, "Do you want another bag for that? Like, do you want 2 bags?" Like, do you want this? Like, can
How
I?
many bags do you need?
He gave me 2 bags.
He
He
got a lot
didn't
of
want to
food.
crush my mayo packets. He told
Tell
me
the
this.
audience how many burgers you ordered.
I ordered like 4 or 5 burgers.
Of course. I remember going to Burger King with you the last time I was home. You got 2 meals and extra food on top of that, like another burger. You got 2 full meals.
She fucked up my order. Remember that?
You did, but you paid for it.
I did.
You're happy to pay for it. You're like, I guess this is fine. 2 full double Whopper meals with an extra Whopper, and you know what? We'll throw in some matzo sticks because we're here.
Yeah.
Like I remember. Of course, you got 5 burgers. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the guy was just too friendly to me today, and I didn't like it. It's like we're not best friends.
Off-putting.
Yeah. Like, you're too happy to be at this job.
Yeah, in that age at that job.
Yeah.
He was in
Exactly.
his 50s. Yeah.
Act your place.
Actor.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, no, he was like super zealous manager. Like maybe trying to be like, hey, teenagers that have your whole lives ahead of you. Like, this is an example of work ethic. I'm going to be real peppy and fucking helpful. And everyone just rolling their eyes at Gil.
Yeah, fucking Gil. Fucking it up. And it was funny, though, because, like, we were there and we used the fancy, like, board to order.
Oh, yeah,
not
using our voices.
They still have, like, a girl there working the till. And she looks so bored and miserable. And it's like, that's the only person at this place I trust right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she does not want to be here. Let
Shoot
her
up the plate.
get my food.
Yeah, that's always concerning. It's like they're on some kind of medication. There's no fucking way you're that happy working here.
Yeah.
Even if you get your dick sucked right now behind this counter, there's no way you're that happy naturally. That's pharmaceuticals.
And Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals for sure.
Pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals.
That's like the face of opioid addiction.
I don't know. What's that the face of? Like,
Something.
I don't
McDonald's
know.
hat.
I think that's like witness protection. Like,
Oh, I could see that.
I could see that. Just out of recovery, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
Halfway house down the street.
Oh, he lives in that sketchy hotel beside the
Yeah, he does.
McDonald's,
He get
that's
rent by
for
the
certain.
week.
Yeah.
1 week, month, year it says on the fucking hotel. Like, that's a bad sign on your hotel.
I think that's just the name of the hotel. Day, week, month hotel. But yeah, it's usually just like single dads that live in the complex, and this guy that runs a McDonald's, I guess. Cuck bitch.
Cuck and bitch.
Speaking of cuck bitch, I just got a fucking bunch of beeps on my phone.
Oh,
late
shit.
from 310, and one of them's from RJ. It says cuck,
Yep.
and one's from Tyler, and it says cuck bitch. So thanks for that, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Those are messages right to you, specifically.
That means hurry the fuck up.
It's like, I'll be a couple minutes late. Fucking cuck bitch. All right. Thank you.
That's fucking true love.
That's true love right there.
True
yeah.
love. That's true love.
It's fucking true.
With that, should we like shift into topic at hand? Forest fires.
Sure.
Fires.
Forest fires.
Netflix,
I'm gonna
quality
smoke a joint.
Netflix program.
So we watched Paradise is Burning. Is that what the show's called?
Or Fire in
Yep.
Paradise.
Fire in Paradise.
Yep.
Kind of
That's
kick
the one.
things off, so we're all brought up to speed on the dangers of forest fires.
Yeah.
But again, a reminder.
No
We don't-
cameo from Smokey.
No smoke. I just want to say, like, we're not fucking movie reviewers.
Yeah.
We're just using the show on Netflix as like a jumping off point to the topic of
Forest
wildfires.
Wildfires.
Yeah.
But that movie was hilarious.
Was it? I found it fucking sad and traumatic.
I thought everyone in that video deserved what they got.
You want to live in a
Wow.
forest?
You want to live in a forest, you die in that forest.
That's true.
Live by the ocean, you drown.
This is
No,
that's
I don't disagree.
You can't, like, that's...
You can't disagree.
You want to live on the side of a mountain? Landslides. Like, that shit
Avalanche,
happens.
yeah.
Avalanches.
It happens.
just
Yeah, you're
falling
putting
off.
yourself right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you're like,
But-
how'd he die? He fell off the mountain. Oh, what was he doing on the mountain? He lived there?
Dude.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
amount-
I just saw a
of-
news story about some actor. His credit was, it was like Seinfeld actor found dead and half eaten by vultures, and I'm like, what? So I click on it, and it was like,
Daniel?
I read this article. Poor guy. No, some guy you would never, because he's like, and at the end it's like episode of Seinfeld, and it's like he had a 30-second spot in this episode of Seinfeld. He's not a Seinfeld actor, but that's
his claim.
You know,
that's how they got you to click on it.
They got you.
Yeah. And like, no disrespect, like he acted in Seinfeld for a couple seconds. Sure, okay.
And do they have to
But yeah,
mention
they found
that
him
he was
fucking
like half
way between a couple trees, down a cliff.
half eaten by vultures?
Well,
like, do they
that
need to
was
add that part?
I don't know. I don't know if they needed to, but it was interesting because of that. You know?
That's what got you, yeah.
How did he die?
Eaten by vultures.
I guess he fell off the trail or something.
Do you
Fell
know
off a trail.
which guy from Seinfeld it was? I'm still hung up
He was a rabbi.
Mm.
Here,
So
I'll pull it up.
Was he old?
You know what? He didn't look that old. It was questionable. This could be fake news.
Could be fake news. Usually is. But one thing I liked about this fucking program that we watched today was just how short it was.
Charles Levin. Sorry, Charles Levin.
Charles Levin. Great. I'm glad we figured that out.
Great. Breaking news.
Charles Levin's dead, eaten by vultures.
Eaten by vultures.
After falling into a tree off a mountain. But short. This was like 40 minutes,
I like
45
a good 40-minute
minutes.
doc.
Yeah, you didn't need to spread this out any longer than it was.
God, no.
Get the point.
Which is about exactly the amount of time that the fire took to spread.
Yeah.
Fucking 7,000 miles.
Yeah.
40 minutes. All those
fast.
911 calls came in like an hour. It was nuts.
It's like so fast, and they had no chance. But also so many people calling in 911 calls. It's like, you don't think someone's noticed the fire already.
Yeah.
There was one guy that called in, though. My favorite guy was like, there's a fire at such and such. And they're like, yeah, we know. And he's like, no, lady, this is a new fire. Like, no, we know about that one.
A couple of those 911 operators are fucking cucks.
They're terrible people.
Like, one, they show the clip, and it's like...
laughing the whole time.
Yeah. There's like a quick clip. It's like, yeah, there's a fire up in like, Cordy or whatever. And then the 911's like, well, like, where in Cordy? Like, my father-in-law lives up there. And it's like, listen.
I don't got time for this.
This guy that's phoning in is there, and his house is on fire. And this 911 operator, like, where? My father-in-law lives up there. Like, it's like, no!
Now I really have to help.
Now someone I know might die.
Like, she hangs up on him because she has to help her father-in-law.
Yeah, my father-in-law lives up there. It's like, dude, I'm there right now. My house is on fire. Like, send help, you fucking cook.
Yeah, she sucked. I don't know. I feel like if you watch enough of these things, and these 911 recorder people, they're terrible people. I read an article the other day about a lady got fired because she was like watching Netflix while doing her job and like didn't respond, didn't answer a call, and somebody died on her watch.
Oof. Like, you would get so bored of people calling in with emergencies. Like, at first, it's probably like, oh, shit, someone's choking.
Yeah.
But eventually, you're just like, yeah.
Sure.
Have you checked the airway? And the person's, like, panicking. And it's like, can you check the pulse again? And just, like, be calm. Just calm down, ma'am.
Yeah.
Calm down, ma'am. Help's on the way.
That's exactly, yeah. But then it's... I don't know. They seem like they're just all fucking assholes.
Yeah. Blanket statement.
Blanket statement. Paint them with
they're all
that
assholes.
Yeah. But, Mike, I guess you were in a forest fire, technically.
I was around them.
I was in one in Portugal.
Yeah, so it's like hits close to home.
I was in a scary one in Portugal, yeah. It was scary as shit.
How'd you get out?
Well, you were like trapped in a small town, weren't you?
Yeah. We got evacuated.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was legit. Oh, yeah. It was like all week. There was like fires in the neighborhood. Like in that, like, whatever county.
Yeah.
And it was just very bizarre to just smell like campfire every day. and it's like I can't see anything. Like I can kind of see clouds that are like yellow. That's not a cloud. That's just like a far off fire.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got like heads up, like, oh, there's actually a fire like pretty close. It's like 15-minute drive away, and depending on the winds, it might blow through this area. So you're like on alert. And it's like, okay. And
might
then
be coming,
it was
not.
like kind of like one of those like, okay, so it was like me and I think 4 other like artists like at this like abandoned elementary school. That's where we were living for the month, and it was sick. Like me and 4 girls. So like we're like chilling, and like tonight's the night that's the fire's supposed to be bad. But where we were on the mountain, like we couldn't see anything, and it's nighting.
Yeah.
So we're like,
we should
it's
all
fine.
fuck just in case.
Yeah, we gotta repopulate the earth.
One last fuck.
Well, I guess this is happening.
So we're like just chilling, and there was like the intern that like was like helping facilitate this art thing. Like she lived down the mountain in a different house. So like we were just like up having fun and stuff. Regular Friday night, and she's like, okay, it's like 2 a.m. I'm going home. Like, see you later. Like, goodbye, bye. And she leaves. And then like 15 minutes later, she comes like blasting back in, like all out of breath. Like, you know that out of breath? She wants to tell a story, but is like out of breath from running up the mountain. That like can't. Like, I need 5 minutes. Yeah. It's an emergency. Wait, you need to hear this. But like can't talk.
It's coming.
Just give me 2 minutes. Can I have a glass of water? And then eventually gets out, like, when she went, like, down the mountain and kind of turned around, like, the whole top of the mountain is on fire, and we just couldn't see it where we were.
Wow.
And, like, the fire was coming down the mountain, like, from the top. Like, we were at, like, midpoint watching the valley below us, thinking fire's coming up. But it was actually, like, coming up and over. So, like, she's like, oh, it's burning down. Like, it's bad. So, like, we have to evacuate. And we're like, we don't really have to evacuate, though, because, like, we were told to not evacuate until, like, someone comes for us. Like, it's a pretty remote town.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
But,
no
like,
one's coming for you.
No, but they're, like, the, like, authorities are aware that there's, like, artists. So this is, like, a quick sidebar. The town I was in is, like, straight out of Stephen King.
Okay.
Like, it's super remote.
Fucking dairy.
It's more like Children of the Corn, but backwards. Backwards Children of the Corn. Okay. So this is like some village that every generation, kind of like when people get old enough to go off to college, they like leave the town to like a big city and do college or shit, be smart. But then they never come back because there's no like work.
Yeah.
So this town is just like aged itself out of being a functioning society. Like everybody's over 60 years old.
Okay.
So like I was living in this elementary school that had been closed since 2002 or something.
Because there's no kids.
There's no kids.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like there's no kids. It's like fucking really creepy.
That is creepy.
Everybody's old. And it's not like, oh, they'll come here to retire. Like, this is, like, the dying off.
Yeah, they come here to die.
It's like, these are just people that haven't left. Everyone else left, and no one new comes here. So this was, like, a town where you could buy a house for, like, $2,000. Because they're just like, please, like, come.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no. It's kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, as cheap as that sounds, and as great as that sounds, it's like, it would cost you a fortune to, like, maintain that. Because there's no... you know, anything nearby. Like, you'd have to drive an hour to get groceries.
What do you want your life to be, too, right? Like, you can buy a house right now in Saskatchewan on property for, like, 30 grand.
Yeah.
But you're literally in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah, like, that's it. And it would be cool to have,
like, what are you going to do?
Maybe a summer home or something. Like, it is, like, in Portugal. Sure. It's beautiful. It's cheap. But it is also,
that doesn't help the community either.
No, that's it. And it's like, I'm there for a month, 5 weeks or something, and it was fun. But it's like, I don't need to, like, do that every fucking month. So anyway, we were in like a super remote town with only old people living in this abandoned elementary school. But we're told that, like, you know, the local authorities know that we're here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're here secretly. It's not like whatever. It's like they know that there's people there, and if there's a fire issue, that, like, they need to be notified. And they're not, you know, they don't speak Portuguese. They're all foreign.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're not going to evacuate. We don't need to... do this.
You're foreign at that point.
Everybody else was too. Everyone else was.
Okay.
But then like
They're
almost
not
like
foreign in their own country. Hold on. They're not foreign in their own country. They speak their own language in their own country.
but nobody there was Portuguese. Everyone was from like fucking Russia and like Venezuela and shit. Like it's all internationals.
Okay.
But then like almost on cue, like this like a lady comes screeching up, like this Australian lady that lives like down the hill in like a nearby town. Screeching like time to evacuate, like get it going, and she kept screaming there's no time for bags, and like I couldn't not laugh. Like this is fucking hilarious. Like this lady's
I'm definitely grabbing my bag.
I'm definitely taking my bags. My bags. And it was like, okay, like there's no time for bags, but there's time for bags. Like I'm not like just leaving my shit here to be burned down. Like there's like a crawl space, like let's put all our like important bags in the crawl space kind of thing. So if the whole place burns down, at least maybe this area won't. Like it's like all rock or whatever. Like it's old masonry. It's an old schoolhouse.
You're a one-bagger. You're just a one-bagger guy, though.
Yeah, but I had 2 bags because that night I'm like, I'm going to put all my shit in the bag in the crawl space. But I don't know how long this evacuation's going. Like I'm going to need supplies. So I just like got a bag, put an extra, put a few extra things in it. I took a jar of pickles, which was a hit when we got, to the like evacuation zone and no one has any food or anything. And I'm like, I brought a full jar of pickles. And it was like, what the fuck? Like,
they said no bags.
They said there's no time for pickles.
They didn't say anything about pickles.
You're bringing jarred goods.
One bag and jarred.
Fucking sound like someone doesn't want a fucking pickle right now.
Fucking pulpy chili town.
Like if you've never been evacuated, you're gonna get the munchies real quick. So
the rash.
We ended up just like having to go down to like a nearby valley and just like watch the fire from like maybe like 6 kilometers away. Like it's close enough that like the entire mountain is on fire. And you can hear the fire, which was like terrifying. Like it sounded like a waterfall.
Oh wow.
But it's not like you're hearing like crackle or anything. You can just hear this like wind of like forced and fire burning and trees falling, and it was pretty intense. So we were only like evacuated for the night. I think the next morning we were allowed to go back, and our school didn't burn down. Like the fire just missed it, kind of thing.
What a miracle.
Fire, like it's kind of a weird, like unpredictable thing. Like even in that doc we just saw, like it's dictated by wind, not by like there's trees everywhere, but sometimes like there's just like perfect paths of like none of these trees burned for whatever reason. Because they're not actually like close enough that one tree catches the next tree and then you need a tree to tip over for it to jump the road. It's more like just blowing embers everywhere. Like sets new shit on fire. So like we ended up being fine, but like that night was scary, and it was like all the power obviously went out. Like it burned down like the power lines and all that. So we had no Wi-Fi. There's no way I could contact anyone and let them know what was going on. It's just like we're fucked.
So there's no children,
Wi-Fi?
There's no power, no Wi-Fi.
Might as well be
this
dead.
sounds like a horror
And it's
movie.
not even just like, it's
might
no
as
problem,
well
there's
just
no
died up
Wi-Fi. It's like the power is full down. So even though like you have your phone, it's like that battery's dying and you're not recharging that until who knows when, because the power is down. Based on forest fire.
You've only got so many pickles. Like you're just count the minutes.
I'm making friends with this, jar of pickles.
Fucking pickle pope. That's crazy. I had no idea that occurred.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was.
And that was in Portugal?
It was in
Italy?
Portugal. And I like looked it up. Like when we finally got like power and Wi-Fi and stuff back, like in 3 or 4 days later. Like looked it up, and they had like totally those like fire tornadoes. Like it has a name. It's like a devil's helix or something. And it's like a fire tornado went through.
The devil's dick.
Like 12 people died. Like there was it was scary. Like fuck. Like people lost their houses. Like one of the girls that worked at that school like lost her house.
Wow.
And was like obviously super devastated.
So did she move into the school after?
I think she moved in with her boyfriend. I don't know. It's kind of like I was only there for another week or two.
He lived in the school.
Not my problem.
See everybody. Oh, fuck.
But I've
never been that close to a fire. I've driven through some roadblocks and been around just recently burned and just started burning environments.
That's so
But
fucked,
I've never
though.
been that close. That's wild.
Have you ever seen that movie? I think it's called The Impossible. With like Naomi Watts, I think is her name. And it's about like the tsunami from like 2003 or whatever the fuck that was in like Indonesia, I think.
Okay.
And it's like, it's just this. It's a good movie, but it's totally like the first movie I ever saw that like I became aware of just like. It's like these white people and they have this like they encounter this like devastating disaster, but then like, oh, now we get to go home and everything is fine. Like, well, what about all those fucking people that actually live there? Like this one story, right, where they got separated and found each other. But I feel like you just had the same experience where just like you went to this place for a month in like, you know, experience this fucking natural disaster.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I got my bag and my pickles. I guess I'll just go to the next town. Like, see everybody.
See you guys. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help.
It was that. Like, it was kind of like, well... And it was also like, the school was fine, so but it was like 1 degree. It was like the girl that worked there, Joanna, like her house did full burn down.
Got a couple fires.
And like, because there was no internet or anything, it's like we weren't really in contact with her.
Okay.
Like she was there in the day and it was like, oh, I should go home. Like, also like she lived, you know, on the other side of the mountain kind of thing. Like check on the house. And we just never saw her again.
Oh wow.
And
the
it was
fire
just,
got her?
No, like we didn't even think anything like that. It was just kind of like there was so much chaos. Like we went like 4 days without power kind of thing.
That's fucking...
And it's just like there's nothing you can do. Like you're helpless, so you can't really. Like one, I know that it's not a huge deal. Like we're just without power. Yeah. Like we're fine. Yeah. But it is like I'm in like the middle of Portugal by myself. I don't really know these people. Like we get along great. Like, but like no one knows where I am. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Like it like there is a lot of unknown that like could make that more stressful to like a normal person, but to me I'm like whatever, it's fine. Yeah, like I don't need power.
Well, you don't really know the severity of the situation.
No,
either.
And that's it. And it was
leave.
Finally like me and my buddy Sevda, like she's from Iran, like we're like we need to get like groceries. Like we ate all the pickles. Like gone, like we're through our dry goods.
Yeah, we're out of gum.
Yeah. So let's like ride our bikes to like the nearest town and maybe we can like get groceries. Like I don't know if the power's out there or not, but we have cash. So we don't really need debit. Like worst case, like we'll just convenience store, whatever, get bread, whatever. And while we were at the grocery store, we like ran into that girl Joanna, and she's like standing there, like clearly like upset about something. Yeah. And I'm just like, hey, what's up, buddy? Like high five. And she's like, my house burned down.
She even high fived you in the moment.
No, I just had the hand up, like ready to.
You went up for
what's up, buddy?
Yeah, of course.
How you doing? Wild weekend, yeah. And she just has that like
fires rule.
Yeah, she still has like teary ash stains on her cheeks.
Oh no!
I lost everything. Yeah. Like
Looked like she just got back from Chernobyl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was rough. Yeah. But yeah, she's like, thankfully, like my dog got away, like kind of thing. Like her dog just ran away. Yeah. And then she couldn't find him for a day, and then found him, and that was like, oh, thank God he's alive. He just like was spooked.
Yeah, outran.
But like in a mid, like your house burns down fire, like the dog is fucking gone, and you panicking looking for the dog is making your life so much more in jeopardy.
Well, that's what'll get you.
Yeah, like you're thinking the dog is still in there, and you're going back in there, and you're staying way too close than you should be. That something could accidentally tip into you. But
oh man, yeah, I'm shitty to say, but like. I don't know how you can save an animal. Like if you had like a dog or something or a cat. Like I got a cat, and like if that ever happened, like where we were stuck in this giant storm of fire, it's just like you can't explain the situation to the animal for them to understand it, right? If they take off and run into the fire, it's like okay. I think like they said in that doc, there was one part where the guy was like, "We had to get this family." Like, there's always those families that don't want to evacuate and then like need someone to come and help them later. Mm-hmm. And I guess these people like they got out and then their dog ran back in, and the firefighter was like, "We're not going back for your dog." Just like that's not an option. We're leaving right now.
Well, like RJ's right. For the most part, if they can't escape. Animals are fucking long. They're gone a day before the fire even starts.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
You know?
they feel the
They
earthquake.
smell it in the
advance.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was
they're fucking
unsettling.
gone.
Like
But if it was like me in that situation, it's like that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm grabbing the dog by the scruff of his neck and chucking him outside, and then I'm worrying about everything else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I had a baby, I'd do the same thing. Pick it up by the leg, whip it into the pool for safe landing, and then
whip it in
worry
the
about
pool.
everything else. It's in the
Overhand.
pool. It's not gonna burn up in the pool.
That's what I was thinking too. They're in
Throw
California.
the babies in the pool.
They
Quick.
need more pools in California, I think, is the answer.
I was surprised when they did that overhead shot of like this whole town's gone. Isn't that sad? It was like there's not a lot of pools.
Yeah.
That's coastal though. I think it was super close to the water. Like, you
No,
don't
they were
really
up in the middle. I
They
was
were,
gonna
like,
say
on the
that.
mountain.
I was gonna say like maybe they're so high in Northern
Oh,
California.
they were. The fire started in fucking Comox or whatever the hell that place was, and that was like right on the water.
It was on water. I don't think it was on the ocean though.
Oh,
I think it was
would
like
be.
pretty inland.
No, I mean like yeah,
Really?
it's just like a lake. It's like Lake Tahoe. I think is like.
I think it was like Northwest California.
I think it was
I don't know.
northeast.
I think it was
I
northeast.
think it was
yeah.
northeast.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I was gonna say like maybe it's like not like California weather, but it's more like Oregon
Prairie.
weather. Like it was
Yeah.
pretty high up there because like yeah, there was no pools.
Yeah.
It seemed like a shitty
Yeah.
place to live if you're in
Yeah,
California.
I don't know why they call it paradise.
Didn't look like paradise to me.
Not my idea of paradise at all.
Because
But-
of all the weed. That's
And, like,
why they call it there.
When you guys got evacuated, like how many towns? Because like this town that we watched, it seemed
Yeah.
like they only had like one fucking road to get them out
Yeah.
of town. Like I thought that was a weird like.
Dude, that's what it was like up north where I was living. There's literally the one road, and it goes through all the towns.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
like the situation. It was like there's one road
Yeah.
that it's like if I don't know. I think that's why we got evacuated was because like you have to leave now
Mhm.
because if anything like happens, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like
Need to get
it's
out
a
well.
mountain road. It like
Yeah.
does like switchback style up and down the
Ooh,
mountain.
yeah,
you
you'd be
know,
stuck,
it's
yeah.
one road that goes
Yeah.
like switchbacky up and then goes around to the other side, then switchbacky down the other side. Like there is only one road, and it could get blocked in many places.
Well,
So the evacuation was mostly like we could see where the school was from where we were like staying.
yeah.
Just like a house down in the valley, but far enough away that if the fire got closer, it's like at least we're like with other people that have cars and stuff that we could get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was only maybe one night in a day before they're like, okay, it's safe to go back. Like by the next night, we were allowed to go back.
Oh, nice. Well, that's
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just no power for 3
No
days.
power for, yeah, maybe from like Friday to like Tuesday or something like that, which doesn't sound like a long time. But when you don't know when it's coming back on, it might as well be off forever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like phones are dead, computers are dead.
Don't
It's
make
like
any
just
plans.
like yeah, can only have food that requires no heating, unless we want to start making fire and get real primal.
That was the worst part of this whole experience. Was the no internet
Yeah.
for 3 days.
No, it was. It's hard,
It is hard.
especially in those like circumstances. Like
Yeah.
I want to give like family update, like,
Oh yeah.
but it's
yeah.
also like I don't want to because it's only gonna make mom worry.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
oh hey,
Yeah, for sure.
By
the,
the way.
the fucking mountain is burning down, but we're okay. We're evacuated and we're running out of pickles. But
Send pickles.
Send pickles. But yeah, so I guess that worked out. By the time like internet and power was all restored, it was like also everything's safe.
Yeah.
So I
I
can
think-
Yeah.
I think I'd be wrapping myself in like a wet blanket if I was in. I get that
Yeah.
you know, or at least have wet blankets on hand for when the fire does come.
yeah.
I think that's what I would do.
I feel like you'd be fucked. I think you just have to outrun it. Like you just have to keep moving.
Oh yeah.
But it moves really fast.
Yeah, I don't think you can't
Yeah.
outrun it, but
I think like one of the stats I heard, maybe it wasn't in this doc that we just watched, but it can like move a football field in 3 seconds kind of thing.
wow.
Yeah, like it just covers like 100 yards, just like
Yeah,
because it's all just like wind blowing.
just a dirty wind gust. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't. If it's like close enough that like you're on foot, you're fucked. But if you can like just stay with a good like 5 kilometers between you, like just like keep driving away till it burns out or the wind dies down or whatever.
Fuck.
Because firefighters are no help.
No, God,
Like they're
no.
just dying for no reason.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
What are they doing?
Again, like they were going into the town to get the people that fucking didn't leave when they were told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, if you want to stay, that's fine. But like, no one's coming to help you. And at least that's how I feel. It should be like.
Yeah, no one's coming to put your house out. They're just gonna
Dude,
make
it's
sure
just
you
crazy
drive.
that
Wrap
like there was
yourself in
so
wet
much
blankets.
traffic leaving this small town.
Yeah.
All 40,000 people are trying to get out at once that they couldn't. It was gridlocked. Shit was happening, and they all just got like there's a one group of people. This is just one of probably multiple groups of people that just got stuck in where they were and just had to like see it through. Luckily, they had a big concrete clearing and like a
like a
big parking lot of something.
Yeah.
But there's probably plenty of other people on that road that just got dissolved by that fire. That's nuts.
Oh yeah, there was that one part at the end where the guy was walking around like, "This is my buddy. He didn't have any legs and he burnt. Here he is," and then like just showed the skeleton in the fucking
Yeah,
car.
that was
heavy.
weird,
That
right?
was fucked up.
That's fucked. And he's like, "Sorry, buddy." Like
Yeah.
that's so fucked. That
Yeah,
that's my friend right there. Like, sorry, dude. Like,
didn't make it.
didn't make it. And I think he even says like his mom's around here too, somewhere.
Yeah,
Like him and his mom didn't make it. She's around here. And it's like, does that mean she's like on the ground, like
yeah, outside.
crawling away or something? Like, fuck.
Ooh.
What a horrible way to die.
Yeah, you'd hope that you'd be fucking.
Cause you hear in like house fires, like when people get all burned up,
Mhm.
it's like, well, the fire didn't kill them. It was like smoke inhalation. Like they died on the stairs or something. And it's like, that's still tragic as shit.
Yeah,
But there's some like level of like, okay, at least they didn't burn to death. Like they just found their like uncharred remains, like in the corner somewhere,
yeah, sleeping.
sleeping. Like they just like passed out. Like, okay, that's terrifying, but seems painless. But in this situation, like people are burned up in their cars. It's like I don't know if they had that luxury.
Yeah,
Like I
sleeping.
feel like they burned up before. Like it's too outside an open area that they died of carbon monoxide or whatever.
I think you would just like the.
Maybe cough to death from like no oxygen.
I think the fire would eat a lot
think
of the
you'd pass
oxygen.
out.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't
Yeah.
be like any oxygen. Even those people on the fucking like tarmac, it's like you kind of just have to like hope that you can ride it out.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
stay alive long
Get
enough that
low.
the fire first of all like moves over you and like the air will vacuum back in there, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah, that would be fucked up. So I think you would pass out before. I don't know though.
Hopefully.
Who fucking?
Yeah,
I
you'd
hope
pass
I
out.
never find out.
Hope we never find out.
But if it does happen, I'm wrapping myself in a wet blanket. That would like. I feel like as soon as I
Well,
got
yeah, go stuntman. Go stuntman on this shit. Get a wet blanket, some Vaseline,
There you
a
go.
balaclava.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
go
You'd
full stuntman if you're
get
going to be in a
full-
fire.
Gotta cut the cock, right?
Yeah, cover yourself in a little bit of gasoline just for fun.
I feel like as soon as you get noticed that it's like, hey, you're on like, you're not eviction, but like evacuation watch. You should like set up a clothesline with a sprinkler going and just hit the towels with some constant wetness, so they're ready to go. And then when they're like, okay, we gotta go, you just like Mike said, wrap yourself
Wrap
up,
your whole
stuntman,
body.
Vaseline your face.
Yeah, get a bunch of Vaseline all over you.
Or like even like our pool idea. Like, do you think the pool would like? I don't know. I feel like my only reference for this is like Dante's Peak when the water turned to acid.
I don't think that really
I don't know
happened.
what turned them to
Not in a
acid,
forest
though.
fire.
Yeah, if that had to have been.
I think that was volcano related.
could have been.
Yeah, I think it was just boiling. Wasn't
Yeah.
it just boiling?
might have been.
It might have no.
No, it was.
There was some sulfuric because the boat
Yeah,
melted.
it melted the boat.
Yeah, it did. The boat totally melted.
The grandma just fucking heroed herself over.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
Lost
best
her
part of
legs.
the movie.
Yeah, there's some type
Yeah, it
of
must
like
be some volcano acid.
yeah, it was like the hot springs or something was like pouring into the lake. Maybe
that too. Yeah.
Because that's how it started, right? Like a bunch of people got all burned up in the hot spring. That was like the opening burn up.
Yeah, just the opening burn.
Yeah, I think it was
there wasn't like a kid jumps in or is just about and Pierce fucking grabs him.
Yeah.
Right? It's like just about to throw his life into this fucking.
Remember when we fucking watched that whole movie and it was in fucking like
no idea what language?
Yeah, it was in like Hebrew.
Yeah.
Those are classic episodes.
Classic. Oh fuck!
Didn't get pulled from YouTube.
Did it?
So that's
not yet.
No.
So we're small potatoes, boys. Well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we could wrap this one up. Forest fires are fucking scary as shit.
Don't ever get caught. I feel like the only answer, it's like you got to put firewalls around these forests now.
Maybe not live in a fire like rich environment.
Build the wall.
That's the wall you need. Or like I said, you should always just have your sprinkler on to defend against them.
I think they're dealing with drought in California. I don't know that that's an
But
option.
there was one part, like the one firefighter that like starts the show off.
Yeah.
He talks about like, oh, me and my wife like got our dream home and we went back to paradise to see it, and there's nothing left but the chimney. And to me, I'm just like, dude, like, what was the rest of the house made out of? If like the chimney, like brick chimney's still standing.
Paper.
Yeah.
That's it though. It's like, I'm not gonna fault them, but there is an aspect like you can't be surprised. No. Every year there's forest fires in California and Portugal, same where I was. It's like that just happens in the fall. Like it's dry as shit after like the summer.
Yeah.
But also like, what are you building the houses out of? Like all this like wood and flammable material. Like can't you? Like airplanes are made out of like all the seats are inflammable. Because they've learned.
Yeah.
Like planes crash, catch fire.
Costs $40 billion and houses don't. Like,
but it's still the same
thing. It's
deal.
Cost effectiveness.
Why build the house that can just burn down so fucking easy? And you can be like, oh, insurance covers it. But there is all that sentimental bullshit.
Yeah.
Like scrapbooks, pets.
Yeah. Even if your house was fully brick, if it was fully brick, you'd still have wood interior. You'd have all that shit. It would all still, the heat would just light everything up, and you'd be left with a brick shell.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
It'd be more flame resist or fire resistant for sure, but your house would still burn up. You'd just be a little more of a chimney left. You know, be the shell of your house.
And maybe that's why they do it. Like it's gonna burn down anyway.
It's just cost. It's a cost effectiveness type thing. Like back when lumber and milling and all that industry wasn't really a thing, you know, building houses and buildings by brick made the most sense because it was accessible. But now it's like you're gonna fly fucking just skids and pallets of bricks up to the middle of mountain fucking nowhere. No, you're gonna mill some trees.
Yeah, that's true. There you go.
Right? Build a fucking house. Yeah, it's a bummer.
You can have your house
you're right there.
It's
like it's like if you're in Tornado Alley, living in a trailer.
Yeah.
It's like you just get what you get. You chose to live there.
You get.
That's true.
You want to live in a place called Tornado Alley?
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
I mean, Paradise is a little, you know, they put you off with the
cucky name.
Paradise.
Yeah, they definitely misled
They cuck you with that name, and then you buy a house and you burn to the ground.
In Paradise, though.
Immediately.
All right. Well, with that, thanks Frontline Fiesta. Thank you Muslim Backpacks. 10% off with code word expert. Thank you Frontline Fiesta again. And Febreze, that's what I meant to say. You can download this podcast on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio. I think there's a bunch. iTunes, iPod Radio. Everywhere you can get a podcast, you can get this podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking tell a friend. Let's blow these numbers up and go into 2020 strong.
Yeah.
2020 strong.
It's going to be our year.
Our year. Do we have any last words on forest fires?
Yes. Only you can prevent forest fires.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Stop throwing your plastic in the ocean.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.